Hi, I'm Amber Cromwell, and I'm an art therapist. Today, I'm going to lead you in an art exercise called Random Acts of Kindness. Random acts of kindness are fun for the whole family. This is an activity that you can do with your kids so that you can generate this feeling that feels warm and fuzzy in your heart, and it can help your community and make the people around you feel special and good too. Acts of kindness are really helpful in some social and emotional learning for your kiddos. It helps with other perspective taking, understanding the impact and actions of others, kindness, social and emotional awareness, recognizing feelings, community, and friendship building. All you need is some recycled cardboard, and then really just anything you have for decoration. It can be really fun too with your kiddo to get creative and see what you can find. Let me show you some of the materials I'm going to be working with. I have this folder paper that I'm going to use as my base. And as you can see, I went ahead and cut out the shape of a heart. Now you can really choose any shape you want. It doesn't have to be a heart. You're going to use cardboard and you're going to need a hole punch. You're going to put a little hole punch at the very end. And this is going to provide us a little bit of space to have some embellishment. I really like to use Mod Podge, but you can of course just use regular house glue. I like to use tape in decorating. You can create lots of like resist lines and different textures because tissue paper really provides lots of bright color and it's not so messy like wet paint can be. So that's something I usually go for. And I'm a real big fan of these paint daubers because they're really fun and they feel really tactile, really fun to dot on, and they don't make such a big mess. And then if you have anything, it can be really fun to have some little embellishments like beads or sequins. And then finally, a little bit of yarn for our tassel to hang at the bottom. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to use ripped pieces of tissue paper. So in order to do that, you want to just gather up all of your colors, and I really like to rip. Of course, you can cut shapes out of these, like triangles and circles or whatever you want, but I think it's really effective to just rip the paper. It's a little bit easier, and again, what a great stress reliever to rip paper. It just kind of feels nice. With the Mod Podge, you want to paint the surface, apply your tissue paper, and then when you're done, paint over the tissue paper because the Mod Podge creates a nice little kind of clear glaze for your act of kindness. Okay, so now I'm going to use a different technique for another one of my hearts. And something I like to do is to use tape because, like I said, it helps you make really straight lines and just make something really interesting with not very much effort. Put it in different patterns on the heart, like so. Okay, and now I'm going to use my paint daubers. And now just go to town with your paint daubers. Purple, little orange, mix the orange and the purple together and you get gray. That's right, folks. Maybe some blue. Yes. Great, and I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit and then take off the tape and I'll have interesting little stripes on my heart. The next technique I'm going to show you is how to use magazine images to cover your act of kindness. I really love to work with travel magazines because there's lots of color and nature, so that can be a really good place. Trace the shape of the heart, cut it out, and glue it on. And here we have 3 different techniques of hearts that you can make. And of course, you can make as many of these as you want. The final step that we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little tassel at the bottom using embroidery thread and a bead if you have it. So here's a nice piece that I'm gonna use, and I'm just gonna try to thread this side through that little hole that I punched in here earlier. Cut off the ends. Give it a little tie. All right, so here we go. I have 3 random acts of kindness that I can give to anyone I choose. As you're working on these, have a conversation about what kindness means to you and the last time that someone was kind to you and how it made you feel, so that you can get these kids thinking about just how much something really simple can brighten someone's day. A good idea is to put these like on your neighbor's door, or maybe put something on the mailbox for the mailman, someone who maybe doesn't have as much kindness that comes their way, something that would really brighten someone's day, or of course, a family member, someone special to you. Have fun generating these random acts of kindness and show us your work. We'd love to see what you come up with.